Welcome back, my name is Jace of J7Jace, bringing you a top 10 video on the most overpowered abilities in FFT. To quickly elaborate, I'm talking about a single skill or ability like Thundaga or Judgment Blade, for example, and not going to include things like support and reaction abilities. Now, some of these things are guest and enemy exclusive, so through normal means they cannot be used. However, there are some abilities on this list which can be used by the player, so keep on watching. Overall, this was a tough list to do because you can make arguments for several abilities and the situation you might be in. This is just my personal list and I'll give my reasons. Be sure to comment what you think and what else is overpowered. Also, like the video as it does help me out a lot. Starting off the list with number 10 would be Crush Weapon or any of the abilities from the Divine Knight. The only way around these abilities is Safeguard or monsters on the PS1 version. Being able to do heavy damage and to destroy their equipment is downright overpowered, and it's ranged. Number 9 would be Sanguine Sword, aka Night Sword. It deals great damage and even heals you. Almost no drawback unless it's versus a zombie target. Yeah, don't do that. Number 8 on my list would be Tailwind. Permanently increasing your speed by 1 in battle is strong and can easily get out of hand if you spam it enough. A common strategy to defeat Weegroff in that infamous fight, let alone any battle. My number 7, not to be confused with J7, would be Shout. Now this ability is exclusive to Ramza and Luso, being able to increase practically all your stats besides Faith. Do this a few times and you're practically a Super Saiyan god. The only drawback is it only affects Ramza and Luso. Number 6 on this list would be Aegis from Alma or Velia. This spell grants haste, regen, re-raise, protect, and shell. Arguably the best magic buff in the entire game. Number 5 for the not so Hawaii 5-0, it would be Petrify, but from the Assassin. Remember those two pretty ladies? It has a 100% success rate, instant cast, no MP cost, and look at the range of 6 on this thing. It's crazy. The only downside is equipment that prevents stone and bosses. Finally, it only affects one target. People are going to love this number 4, and some people consider this the most overpowered ability. It would be Celestial Stasis or Galaxy Stop from Oran Durai. Disable, immobilize, and stop to a bunch of enemies on the map. Complete hacks, or let's show the clip. Even though it has a charge time, it is fast and costs 0 MP. This ability has to be on anyone's overpowered list. Number 3 would be Steal or Cheer Up. Being able to increase your bravery in battle and permanently with a 100% success rate is awesome. This lets you deal insane damage with things like Night Swords, Unarmed, and Katanas, not to mention having a near 100% or 100% chance for your reaction ability to go off in battle, and later permanently. Yeah, this is completely overpowered. For my number 2, it's Barrage. Even though it does half the damage of a normal attack, it has a 100% chance to hit and you attack 4 times. Combine this with a good long range weapon like Sagittarius Bow and you can safely attack from a good distance. It will definitely kill as long as it doesn't crit and move them 1 tile away. Before I go with my number 1, here are some honorable mentions, which honestly can be part of this list. Kukulane's and Zilera's Nightmare, which can sleep and doom multiple targets with a range of 5. My second honorable mention would be Poisonous Frog from Elidibus. It poisons and toads. These are insane abilities that are instant casts and are brutal overall. Lastly, for my number 1, it would be Hollowed Bolt. It is a unique sword skill, so what do you expect? The damage, range, and the fact you can take out multiple enemies with it. You can also silence enemies, but honestly, most are just dead by the time it hits them anyway. There is no avoiding this ability at all. Now, this was a very hard list for me to make as a lot of these abilities are overpowered, and ranking them was like deciding between a free penthouse in Honolulu or New York City. As I thought about the idea for this video, all of these abilities instantly came to mind. Just ranking them was very time consuming. I do appreciate all my subscribers and especially the members, Benjamin Bomberry, Blitzball Mania, Steven, Flame, and the man responsible for the rare battle uploads, Resist-A-Kill. Well, he inspired me to find the rare battles. That is it for this video. If there's anything I missed, please comment down below. I am Jace, the man behind J7Jace and the FFT content. Have a great one, and I'll see you all next time.